Governor Soludo meets with Anambra in Lagos. Rich states need to secure Anambra State. Nibo community endorses Mr. Nwankwo for Okan North-South Federal Constituency. ASU strike, President Buhari appeals to lecturers to consider students and strike. Russia reacts over Finland's move to join NATO. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround the maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning. Welcome to the news. My name is Chidema Orangwa. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has restated the immediate need to secure Anambra and take back the state from criminal elements who have laid siege in the state. Governor Soludo made this call at a special dinner with Anambra in Lagos on Wednesday, May 11. He decried the insecurity that has become prevalent in the state, saying that the challenges facing the state are humongous, but reiterated that the state must be rescued from hoodlums who have taken kidnapping and killings as a lucrative enterprise. Governor Soludo therefore called on wealthy Anambra to donate generously to the state security trust fund, stressing that the state government do not have all the resources to effectively combat the rising insecurity in the state. He also called on Anambra to repatriate at least 50% of their investment to Anambra State to boost the economic development of the state. He also made a presentation to the audience showing the direction and efforts his government has made in repositioning the state. This include the Ukbuko Onitsha cleanup, banning of touts and digitalizing of revenue collection, among others. The governor also emphasized that his development plan is hinged on 4 pillars, namely economic transformation, social agenda, governance, rule of law and value, and environment. Earlier, Chief Chidi Anyebu, Chairman Chisco Transport, is also the Chairman of Anambra State Security Trust Fund, said the insecurity situation in Anambra State has become a major problem. He said Governor Soludo is determined to build a livable and prosperous homeland for the people of Anambra State, but cannot achieve it with the level of insecurity. Chief Anyebu called on the people to support the governor to tackle the prevailing insecurity in the state and consequently take it back from criminals so that Anambra State can regain its preeminence position as the safest state in the country again. The people of Nibo and surrounding communities in Awka South local government area over the weekend trooped out en masse to endorse the immediate powers Commissioner for Environment in Anambra State, Mr. Obi Nwankwo, who is seeking to represent Awka North and South of Federal Constituency at the National Assembly in the 2023 general elections. The event, which took place at Nibo Civic Center, attracted traditional cabinet members led by the traditional ruler of the community, Eze Michael Ngene, youths, men and women, as well as people from all the villages in the town and non-indigent. Chibuzo Obirike has details.
While addressing the assembly, Mr. Nwankwo will emphasize that it is only God that makes a king. Revealed he is in the race because of his first-hand knowledge of the constituency and asked the people to always preach peace and support one another irrespective of community. The former commissioner described Awka North and South as a flagship of his vision, as he is eager to open up the communities in the area because of their agricultural importance to the state. The traditional ruler of Nibo, Eze Michael Ngene, who spoke through the Prime Minister, Chief Robinson Ezani, and the President General of Nibo Town Union, Professor Tony Nwokoye, reassured Mr. Nwankwo of their total support and urged the people of Nibo to replicate the message in all their villages, as Awka North and South deserved the best. In an interview, Anambra State Deputy Chairman of All Progressive Grand Alliance, Abia, Chief Tony Omeligwele, asked all the aspirants to engage in campaign that speak to the hearts of the people of the two local government areas under the constituency, and described Mr. Nwankwo as a proven individual with unquestionable character. An octogenarian from Nibo community, Chief Nweke Nnebe, acknowledged that his presence and that of others were to bless Mr. Nwankwo, who has unquestionable love for the poor and the aged, and described him as a gentleman who sacrifices everything without talking about it, and assured him count on his vote. Others who spoke at the event, including Chief Oke Nwankwo and a stakeholder from Awka community, Mr. Nonyelu Onwura, among others, said that the former commissioner is the only one that can open up Awka North with his innovative mindset and global contacts, and asked the people of the area not to be deceived by money-bagged politicians who become their best friends and family members during political campaigns but become unreachable after elections. From Nibo, in Awka South Local Government Area, Chibuzo Bidike, ABS News.
The Anambra State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afam Obidike, says Governor Chukwuma Soludo's administration is passionate about the health and well-being of Anambra women. Dr. Obidike made this assertion during a sensitization program on female genital mutilation (FGM) organized for the 21 local government supervisors, some traditional birth attendants, and medical students held in Awka. Correspondent Chibuzo Okoye completes the story.
Female genital mutilation is the partial or total removal of the external female genitalia or other injury to the female organs for non-medical reasons. Speaking during the event, Commissioner Obidike said that Governor Soludo's administration will do everything to end the ugly practice in the state. Dr. Obidike urged the participants to take the program seriously as well as utilize the knowledge they must have gathered to educate their people in their various local government areas to ensure that the practice is stopped forthwith, as FGM has both psychological and physiological effects.
This practice is also good for our women. It has a lot of effects on our women, psychologically and physiologically and otherwise. It affects their health. So as you are just like the training trainers here, the point, so that when you go around place, any opportunity you get, talk about against this, discuss against it, so that we begin to sensitize our people, because the health of our women is so wonderful. Because they say when you train a man, you train a woman, when you train a woman, you train a nation.
The state coordinator of reproductive health, Dr. Ujokoye, said that the event will help them to develop a work plan that will aid the elimination of the practice, which she noted is still being done in Anambra East, Anambra West, and Ekwusigo local government areas.
We noticed that female mutilation is still being practiced in Anambra State. So we want to sensitize the people from the local governments, the 21 local governments, and for them to help us stop this female genital mutilation, to eliminate this female genital mutilation, so that our women will be free. Some of the complications of this female genital mutilation includes fibrosis around the genital area. You find out that most women, when they are being circumcised, they find it difficult to give birth, for the baby to pass through the birth canal because of fibrosis that have occurred there. And a lot of mental depression occurs with that.
A retired director of nursing services in Anambra State Ministry of Health, Mrs. Uche Udeze, in a lecture listed adverse effects of female genital mutilation to include pain, bleeding, acute urine, infections, among numerous others, and advocated for all hands to be on deck to end the ugly practice in Anambra State. In Oka, this is Chibuzo Koye for ABS News.
A blind man, Mr. Chinedu Ofokense, is appealing to government and good-spirited individuals to assist him to purchase a machine for manufacturing plastic bottles for air freshener, liquid soap, among others. Mr. Ofokense, who is from Achala, Oka North local government area, said he learned soap making on air freshener from Oji River Special School for the Blind, where his academics terminated at junior secondary level because of lack of finance. He also said his brother has skills in manufacturing plastic bottles but lacks financial strength to acquire the machine, which he said cost 150,000 naira as at last year's December. Mr. Ofokense, aged 30, also disclosed that there is no dignity in becoming a street beggar when he can become self-reliant through the skill he has already acquired. Those who are touched to help him, his bank details are as follows: Ofokense Chinedu, the 312-112-7960, First Bank. Still on the news this morning, President Muhammadu Buhari has appealed to the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, to end the lingering strike. President Buhari urged ASU to consider the plight of the students and call off the industrial action. The president made the appeal at the 19th National Productivity Day celebration and conferment of National Productivity Order of Merit Award held at the State House Conference Center, Abuja. He also urged the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, to exercise patience as the government tries to resolve the crisis. President Buhari recalled his February directive to his Chief of Staff, Mr. Ibrahim Gambari, the Ministers of Education and Labor and Employment, Mr. Adamu and Dr. Chris Ngige, respectively, to address the concerns of the striking aggrieved workers' union, ASU, had been on strike since February 2022. But ASU on Monday extended its ongoing rollover strike by another 3 months. Still to come on the news this morning, ASU strike, President Buhari appeals to lecturers to consider students and strike. Russia reacts over Finland's move to join NATO. The news returns after this time out. Please join us again.
Get ready for Hollandia Dairy Day on 18th of May. We are promoting the dairy consumption culture in Nigeria with a day set aside to educate Nigerians on the benefits of consuming dairy products. Enjoy dairy goodness every day with Hollandia. Get ready for Hollandia Dairy Day on 18th of May. We are promoting the dairy consumption culture in Nigeria with a day set aside to educate Nigerians on the benefits of consuming dairy products. Enjoy dairy goodness every day with Hollandia.
Welcome back to the news. Russia's security chief, Mr. Dmitry Medvedev, said NATO's exercises on Russia's border were effectively escalating the Ukraine-Russia conflict and increasing the threat that it could turn into a nuclear war. This follows a joint statement from Finland's President Sauli Niinisto and Prime Minister Sanna Marin's call for the country to apply for NATO membership without delay. The duo said in a joint statement that they expected a decision in the next few days. The move comes amid the surge in public support for NATO membership following Russia's invasion with Ukraine. Finland shares a 1,300-kilometer border with Russia. Until now, it has stayed out of NATO to avoid antagonizing its eastern neighbor. The Nnamdi Azikiwe University Oka female football team, which will represent Nigeria at the All-Africa University Games holding in Kenya in June, has given an assurance of making the country proud. They gave the assurance when the team handlers and captain paid a courtesy call to the office of the acting managing director, Anambra Broadcasting Service, Mr. Gabe Obaleze in Oka. Correspondent Kenechi Chukwude reports.
Wilson Ugu, one of the handlers of the team, noted that it is wonderful having the Unizik female football team represent Nigeria at all Africa University Games holding in Kenya, as they have always come out tops at Southeast University Games and at Nigeria University Games, calling for support as they embark on the journey to do Nigeria proud.
A whole lot of things we do. We are into sport development, and we promote ideas like this. For us, knowing fully well that it's very rare, and this is the first of its kind, for us to have young persons win opportunity to represent Nigeria in the All-African University game. So we picked interest, and ours is basically to help project the team in their preparation, also assist them in generating a lot of support, and eventually ensure that they have a smooth sail to go in for the game.
While welcoming the team captain and their handlers to his office, the acting managing director, ABS, Mr. Obaleze, expressed his happiness seeing such young lads preparing to fly the country's flag at the games and urged them to do the country proud, showing the Igbo and the African woman spirit, which Governor Chukwuma Soludo has always emphasized on, promising to give needed support to ensure that the team succeeds.
That's the kind of news we like to hear. We hear that because oftentimes the bad news is tending towards taking over the good news. Youths getting involved in crime, getting involved in so many things that are not good. But here now, these are girls that are representing the typical African woman.
Dr. Derek Oji, who is the chairman, Unizik Senate Committee on Sports, emphasized that the female football team has always made exploits within the country, and with needed support and preparations, they will do Anambra State and the country proud. The director of sports at Unizik, Oka, Mr. Chibueze Ubunna, said the team are in high spirit to show their skills to the world and needs all necessary support to bring the cup home.
Anambra is the landlord of Nnamdi University, so it's proper that we should come here. It's proper that everything that's going to happen should be from here. But then we have a hierarchy.
For the Obache Obala family of Umuafo village, Ebenezer Nnobi, Demile South local government area, a great vacuum has been created by the passing on of their matriarch, Ezinne Cecilia Okamaka Obache, as her remains were laid to rest in her husband's compound. She was aged 83 and survived by 8 children, 22 grandchildren, a brother, 2 sisters and many other relations. Correspondent Ifo Mokibu, who covered the funeral ceremony for ABS, reports that the event attracted dignitaries from all walks of life within and outside Nnobi community. Her report.
Late Ezinne Cecilia Okamaka Obachi was a member of Catholic Life Member, Onitsha Agdasisan Choir, among other Catholic Church pious societies. In a funeral mass organized in her honor at the family compound, the chief celebrant, Reverend Father Aloysius Anyichi, noted that the gathering of Christians over the death of any child of God was to proclaim the victory of Christ over death, which is an indication that life does not end here, saying that Ezinne Obachi is not dead, but asleep in the Lord. In his homily, the manager, St. Paul's Secondary School, Oto, Reverend Father Hyacinth Uzuebu, described the deceased as a virtuous woman who lived out what she believes, as she touched so many lives and remodeled people who came in contact with her.
What is the fact that is so passionate about God? Even people agree on it. People with all the men agree on it. Even anyone that can agree on it, I don't know she loves doing it.
In their separate interviews, her first child, Mrs. Adobe Analago, and her son, Mr. Ikechukwu Obachie, described their mother as a rare gem and a dear friend to all.
She lived a very humble life, a Christian life, a life worthy of emulation. She was very patient and very, very tolerant.
Adding their voices, her sons-in-law, Mr. Charlie Paul Obidike, Mr. Arinze Chukwu Okonkwo, and her daughter-in-law, Mrs. Ogochukwu Obachie, eulogized their mother-in-law as a virtuous woman, saying that she will be dearly missed.
I went and said, I'm never my Chineke. No, I call ya. I'm an honor anyway. What can I do is to has your way, like Paswa. Because the on anyway.
Contributing, her brother Dr. Cyprian Uchedele described her death as a great shock few days to her birthday and praised that her death will bring more progress to the family. Some of the sympathizers, Honorable Chuka Ezewune, Honorable Obi Opara, Dr. Mike Omenora, Barrister Chidi Ezenyi, Chief Ifeanyi Nzenwa, Mr. Uche Mmadubobi, Comrade Jude Ezenta, Dr. Frank Obuka urged the family to take solace in the Lord. The funeral ceremony was attended by various social groups, relatives, friends, in-laws, and well-wishers from far and near who took turn to pay their condolences. From Nnodi, Ifeoma Okibo for ABS News.
And that's just about it on the news. But before we go, remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Orca. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main points again. Governor Soludo has met with Anambra in Lagos, restating the need to secure Anambra State. Nibo community endorsed Mr. Nwankwo for Awka North and South Federal Constituency. After strike, President Buhari has appealed to lecturers to consider students and strike. Russia has reacted over Finland's move to join NATO. And here's a special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo valleys. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. That's it on the news this morning. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Chidimma Oranwa. Good morning.